K-Pro Cow Pow Wow. K-Pro Cow Pow Wow Wow. It's the K-Pro Cow Pow Wow Wow. They want to find the treasure, they want to find it now. They are K-Pro and they are cow. They're going over it and over it and over it again. This treasure hunt created by Forrest Fenn. Sing it! K-Pro Cow Pow Wow. K-Pro Cow Pow Wow Wow. It's the K-Pro Cow Pow Wow.
Hey everybody, and we're back from Seeking Treasure Con 2025. And it was a good time. I know we were on hiatus. We didn't do a show Thursday because we've been busy. But yeah, I think the weekend was great. What do you think, K-Pro?
Okay, I had to hit some buttons. It was funny because if you guys don't know, Hillary and Tree did an awesome Thursday dinner catered at their house, bartenders, pool outside, just awesome. And people are like, how are you going to top this? And then we did the 1980s contest and we were down at the arcade and people are bringing stuff and meeting each other. And then we went to WSOF. It was awesomely run this year. They kept all the non-searcher people out and they're like, how are you going to top this? And then we had the con and it was amazing every day. We had people in our room. You guys ordered like 10,000 pieces of pizza, which I could not believe 800 of them were left in our room.
Yeah, we ordered pizza, of course, when everybody's drunk, but I didn't know they were that huge. We ordered 5 pizzas and they're like bigger than a dining room table, it seemed like. So anyway.
Yeah, so in general, it was amazing, but so we play a little bit of catch up here for this week. Today is going to be a recap of where we're at. And then we have something we're going to ask you if you're working on TTI. We're back to business because we're in February. We only have a month or two until we're going to be kicking off the search season again. Cujo Law, I see you. You owe me an email. Do you remember? You owe me an email or a DM or something. Cujo 1 WSOF, if you guys didn't know. But so we're going to go over kind of the con in general, and then we're going to do a call out, and Mike gets to call it. We are doing, so back in the day, for those of you that don't know, we used to do panels, and we used to have 5 to 20 people sitting in a room and basically talking like we do right now over a certain subject. What's Warm Waters Hall? What's this? What's that? We're going to do that not for Lion's Share and not for past and future. Mike is going to pick one of the other 3 boxes. And some of you think you're smarty pantses. You don't have to say you're solved, but you can at least come in and we can have a discussion. So, but we're going to go over some kind of highlights of the con. There was lots of searcher talk, lots of information flowing. Yeah, it was pretty interesting. So what did you think, Michael?
Yeah, big thank you to Andrew and Debbie who helped me carry all that pizza upstairs. Yeah, it was a great weekend. Everything went well. We had some things I think we could improve upon, but we will work that out for next year. Seeking Treasure Con, which there's going to be one every year. Yeah, a lot of fun. We are going to have a video in the future. I can't promise it on Thursday. Maybe we're just talking like Thursday, and probably not. But next week, I think by next week, we can safely say we will have a show just on the conference. We'll show all the pictures. We'll show the videos. We'll show you guys everything you missed if you weren't there. And we might even show you some things you missed if you were there, because everybody kind of was doing their own thing at certain times. You know, people got busy. So it was a lot of fun. And yeah, we have a lot to talk about for the old Treasure Hunt Amusement Park, because Xavier Marks gave a clue. Legend Has It gave a clue. Randy Pischel sent a video, and I think there might even be a clue in his video. American Treasure Podcast sent a video. I mean, there's a brand new treasure hunt coming out by our friend Ernest that came, and I have that video to show, and we're going to get to all that. So I want to get back to Thursdays being on the other rides in the amusement park, because we need to talk about all these other ones. Everybody's here for JCBs, but you get burnout. You realize, you know, some people don't even have their book yet, maybe, but you get burnout on it, and you know, you do your boots on the ground. You realize, oh, I can't find it. It's good to look at other other treasure hunts, I think. And there's a lot of them out there. So we've got a lot to talk about all winter and summer long. And then, of course, the next big thing, K-Pro, is Netflix, right? So whenever we get a trailer, whenever we get a date, me and K-Pro will go live and let you all know. And when that airs, we'll figure out what we're going to do there. But that should be pretty epic, we hope.
Yeah, well, so a couple things. Some people have said, but really the biggest hunt in the amusement park is treasure games. So why aren't you guys doing treasure games? Well, here's the problem with treasure games. You're not allowed to talk about it. If you talk about it, all your money disappears. You get kicked out of the platform. You get a scarlet letter on your shirt. You get killed. Kidding. But so we can't really talk about treasure games. So I think they need to change their model a little bit. Maybe get some word of mouth going. So unfortunately, we can't talk about treasure games. So yes, it's one of the big rides. But since we can't talk about it, we did have the press conference. So basically Monday nights, kind of like Monday nights was always.
Tar says you can talk about past ones.
No, I talked to the winners and they're under NDAs, and the first winners are under NDAs. They're under lifetime NDAs is what I was told. Now, if Dirk tells me something different and I can get them all in a room to talk, I tried to talk details, and that is not what the actual winners have said.
Well, I wonder if the NDA is about the money part. Maybe you can't. Can you talk about the solution? Can you talk about the poem and the clues? I think it's the money part that might be under an NDA. But regardless, because we don't know, I don't think we should talk about it, to tell you the truth. So, because we don't know. So, the people who know, if they want to come on the show and talk about it, they're welcome to. But obviously, if they're under an NDA, they're not going to. So, yeah. Anyway, Cartar says, I think he's saying we can talk about it, meaning not the winners, but we can talk about it. But whatever. All right.
Okay, so like we used to do, Monday nights was Force Fen. Monday nights is now TTI. Tons and tons of you are in there doing it, having a good time. And then Thursdays will be everything else, like Mike used to do Thursdays. I can talk about it, except I'm not in there because I'm not allowed to talk about it once I'm in there or I'll get banned. So I'm not going to go in and violate their rules. I respect their rules.
And I'll say this, once the region opens for Nevada and whatever it is, Utah, California, once our region opens, we're going to buy in and we're going to play. And at that time, we'll know what we're signing up for. And I think we'll know what we can talk about, what we can't talk about. So when Treasure Games, when they open our region, we then will do a show because we're going to buy in and we are going to talk about it. If we can, I guess. We'll see how it works because I have not been on it, so I don't know how it works personally.
I had some people send me the parts of the platform that says what you're allowed and not allowed to talk about. You're allowed to and I asked Dirk. He said you're allowed to talk in the platform. You're not allowed to talk on YouTube. You're not allowed to talk on Discord. You're not allowed to talk anywhere else. So I'm going to go with what Dirk says, even though I understand some of you may feel that you know more than Dirk, but I'm going to go with what Dirk says until he tells me otherwise. Because why invest all your time in a treasure hunt if you're just not going to get disqualified? Anyway, totally doesn't matter. It's our decision. That's what we're doing. That's the way it's going to be. So let's move on to.
Somebody's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. There's the link. It's a treasure hunt. There's different regions in the U.S. treasuregames.fun. Check it out for yourself. Okay, go ahead, Kate.
Okay, so major highlights of the con. I'm just going to tell you up front. I do think it was interesting, and gosh, I forgot the gentleman's name. Walk in on Thursday night, and he's like, "Hi, do you know who I am?" I said, "No." He's like, "I'm the one that spent the time in prison for digging up the grave of Forrest Fenn, or the Forrest Fenn hunt in Yellowstone." I was like, "Wow!" So I'm sure he had an amazing story. I only got a few minutes with him. Treasure Games, yes, the winners were there. We had the press conference. WSOF. Well, I will say Marty McFly won the 1980s contest. And I will say, because several of you guys were mad at me, they're like, Mike actually got in his tracksuit from the 80s that he has had since the 80s. And he had the big bling. Many people are like, no, Mike won it. Of course, Mike won it, but Mike's not going to take his own prize. So we excluded ourselves. But of course, I was Artemis. He was Pimp Daddy MC Cowlazars.
It was an 80s costume contest. I didn't think it was going to go over well, but it did. K-Pro was right, or Candy, or whoever came up with the idea. A lot of people dressed up. We'll have all those pictures, and when we do the conference video. So yeah,
right, but I'm going to continue to go over what I was saying right in the middle of. So on Friday, we did the Marty McFly won it, and then we did a group photo, which you'll see. But WSOF, Number 1 was Cujo Law. Number 2 was Debbie, because winning treasure games wasn't enough, and she won a jackpot too. And then Mike and I shared 3rd and 4th place. So we did a 4-way chop. The person with the most chips was Cujo Law. So that was the big highlight from that day. Escape room went awesome. And then many of you asked me that weren't there. So I'm going to give you the punchline now, just because nobody guessed it. We did a guessing game of who is the benefactor, and there was no right guesses. Mr. 8K Andrew, we wanted to thank you. You're our benefactor. We did a whole little ceremony, and it was awesome. It was fun. And just wanted to thank you for taking things to a new level.
And the speech he gave on why he's the benefactor was really good. It was really heartfelt. I hope we have that recorded. I don't know if we do. I have to look through all our videos and see what we have and what we don't have. I think we have it. But yeah, it was really great. So we'll go over all this, I think, in the video we make, right? Yeah, thank you, Andrew. We really appreciate it.
Yes.
What else, Caper? I know this is going to be a short show because I'm still wiped out. I mean, I have suitcases that haven't been unpacked yet. We literally just got home, 4 hours ago or something from the big weekend. So I do have to apologize for the slot pull. I do have to apologize for the AP slot thing. So we chopped the tournament because it was like 10:30 at night, and everybody wanted to do this slot pull. But what I didn't realize was there was going to be 44 people that wanted in on this. And that was it's just too many people to try and explain a slot machine to. I mean, I'm walking through the casino with that outfit on, with the gold chains on, and they're all following me. And it turned into a lot. Plus I was sweating my butt off in the casino. So I think what I'll do is make some videos and upload them to the YouTube channel to show you what I would have explained to you on the conference. Go ahead, Kate.
Well, and that's an excuse. So they took their $800. I took the people that didn't want to go up to the room. There was maybe another 20. It was about 8 or 9 minutes later that Mike lost the $800. I don't care what he's trying to say. And then they were all up in the room, and we partied all up in the room all night. So I think it's funny that, and then this is even funnier. The machine that they lost the $800 on, one of the searchers stayed with it and continued to put money in, hit a jackpot.
Yeah, 2 people hit jackpots on that same machine, which is the Mo Mummy machine, if you guys know about slot machines. But so somebody had the idea of, if we have $800, why don't we go to the high limit area? Because if you do, $25 a spin, you're going to win more if you hit than if we were to do $1, $3 a spin. And I thought, yeah, that makes sense.
That worked out.
We went to the high limit area. We went to the high limit area at the Horseshoe. We did play a bunch of different machines. I say we played 4 or 5 different machines, but Mo Mummy we tried. And then once we left, I'm not going to say who won just because I don't know if they want that out there, but we get text messages. And actually, I think we have pictures of the actual hand pays. One, I thought off the top of my head, one was $3,000, and I think one was $7,000, $3,000 and $7,000. So congratulations to them. No, not Mo Mummy. It's Mo Money, I think. But yeah, Doug, that machine, if you know what that is. So, and Ranger Jack showed up, everybody. Ranger Jack showed up to the room after the conference, and I do have that video. So that was hilarious. So it was a lot of fun. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. What else, Capro? What are we forgetting?
No, we're just hitting some people wanted just highlights. That's the highlights. Tons and tons happening. I will say, when we go over the con, I have decided for next year, many of you want to help. I have a feeling it's going to get bigger and bigger. So I'm going to form a small committee of people that can kind of help with some of the logistics, because one of the things that people wanted is the date earlier, and we have to secure some things. So what I'm thinking is, what I'm hoping is there's a few of you that want to be a part of the committee that brings together the 2026 con, and we'll take it from there. So, okay, that's enough about the con right now. Let's transition a little bit. So we know probably in the next month, one thing that I did hear from Jared last week, they're kind of on the cusp. They're almost here. They wish timing would allow it. But Netflix, we've been saying this for years, but it seems real this time. We're within a month or two, it seems, of them coming out. Now, back in the day, The last we had heard, and I don't think it's changed, but don't hold me to it if it hasn't. So we have 4 main characters in Netflix for the Forrest Fenn treasure hunt. Some of you guys are going, wait, that was found like 5 years ago. Right. That's how long the process to make a Netflix docuseries takes. So up on Netflix, there's going to be a docuseries. It's 3 episodes. It's going to get all dropped at the same time. I think they're 1 hour each. And there's 4 searchers they're going to kind of follow. So it's basically kind of starring Forrest Fenn, even though he's passed, and these 4 searchers, which is Justin, Cynthia, Lou B, and the Hearst brothers and dad. There's 3 of them. So they're going to kind of show them through these arches of these episodes. Now, Justin told us back in that time, that's when he just would call it a project treasure hunt type of thing. And that's where the dragon bracelet went. Last we heard on the AMA, he hasn't said it's not going. So he has gone silent for like over a year now. So I'm just going to assume it's still going. So at the end of episode 3, we're going to get this drop if, that's what, and we asked Justin if he could give us any update. He was wanting to see if we could push the con about a month. So then he could make the formal announcement at the con. Timing didn't work out. So we're excited for whatever that treasure hunt looks like or project, whatever it is. Super excited about it. So that'll be another treasure hunt in the treasure hunting amusement park.
We hope so. We got our fingers and toes crossed. And I would just say this for anybody who, thinks it's so horrible that you're using Forrest Fenn's name to do another treasure hunt.
Don't be a player hater.
That's all I got to say about it, because that's what it's about, paying it forward. So that's my
that people get inspired by anyone, that you have someone that inspires you. I think it's awesome. So yeah, there's always going to be 1 or 2, it's funny because 1 or 2 people, we're talking about some of the negative people from the Forrest Fenn hunt. And several people ask me, like, who is such and such? It doesn't matter who such and such is. I'm like, oh, somebody from the past. It doesn't even matter kind of thing. So most of the community, or at least half of it, doesn't even know who we're talking about. So we're not going to do a June meetup. We're going to wait until next year. Netflix is going to have their own thing. I don't know where things will go. It depends on who makes contact, how we want to do it, and all of that. I think it's nice that people are paying tribute to Forrest in whichever way. Some people could say, then don't buy his stuff and don't, I think all of it's okay because like Forrest said, what else does he have left other than searchers? So searchers are going to pay tribute to him. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be awesome to watch. And then I think it's going to inspire this influx. So between TTI and the Netflix documentary, there is some new treasure hunts that are coming. Justin's, whatever that looks like, and I'm sure he'll tell us more directly. I want to hear it from him. He spoke directly on it like a year ago. I'm sure once Netflix comes out, he's going to be able to talk more and probably talk a lot about it, which will be great. And then we have some other smaller hunts coming as well, and Mike's going to be spotlighting those, which will be fun.
Yeah, we don't know what we don't know about Netflix, so we all are going to have to wait and see. But here's the question. Would they tease it in the trailer? If there's a treasure hunt, would it be in the trailer, or would it be a big surprise in the last episode? We'll have to wait and see. We'll all find out together. But Sam is right. As far as JCB, if you listen to the American Treasure podcast, episode 2, I believe it is, he said his original plan was to find Forrest Fenn's treasure and then re-hide it. And that was going to be his treasure hunt. And then when Jack found the treasure and Forrest announced it over, it was like he got punched in the gut, is what I think he said, something like that. So then he decided to do it anyway, and he bought the olive jar. And think about it. Forrest Fenn's olive jar sat in his treasure chest, Forrest Fenn's treasure chest, for 10 years at 9 Mile Hole. And now it's in another box at an undisclosed location waiting to be found, and maybe it'll be another 10 years. So I think it's awesome. I think it's pretty cool. Anybody that's doing a treasure hunt, I don't care if they're charging you to play or not. It's good. As long as, I know there are some issues, but we're not going to get into those right now. So, yeah. Kiwi says, when is Netflix coming out? Did he just listen to what you just said? Maybe not.
Yeah, well, no, I didn't say it specifically. So, and how many times have you asked me something which literally 6 seconds ago I said? So,
I'm
Mike,
busy, though. All right. Sorry.
Okay. Sometime in spring is what I'm being told. So, what I have been told is, typically speaking, it's about a 6 to 8 week window that they'll release they will do a press release and trailer release. And then about a month and a half to 2 months later is when they put everything out. So from what I understand, sometimes in February, we are going to get this trailer and launch. Oh, we do have the name of it, which I think is interesting for the people that are in it. Do you want to say what the name of it is, Mike?
We've heard, I think it's from a reliable source. Would you say it's from a reliable source that they have changed the name of the Netflix Forrest Fenn documentary to Greed and Gold, or Gold and Greed? I think it's
Gold and Greed.
Gold and Greed, everybody. So how are they going to portray the people that looked for Forrest Fenn's treasure? Be it a bunch of greedy people, or it all depends how they edit it, and that's why it's really going to be fun to watch, because Netflix can really spin it any way they want to, in my opinion. So Gold and Greed, it will be interesting to see. And I have this to say.
$1 million.
I mean, what if that was the Netflix treasure hunt? Something crazy. We don't know what it is. So,
well, there was also some speculation, like Who Cares says that doesn't bode well for the participants. There's also another possible thought about that. The participants actually weren't the ones greedy. They actually are going to talk about the lawsuits. They're going to talk about the family. Right. They're going to talk about our super chats, maybe, because I know some people think that's Netflix worthy, like change the world if someone donates 99 cents to us. So, I mean, it all depends on who you think is greedy in all this.
It's all subjective. I mean, think about it. It's all subjective, but it's not probably, like K-Bro just said, the greed is probably not going to be the 4 people in the Netflix doc. It's all about you and all the people they talk about and what you did over the 10-year Thrill of the Chase. So that could be interesting. So anyway. Okay, Gregory, we just announced that, but go ahead, K-Bro. Tell him one more time.
Mr. 8K Andrew, and he's in here, and he was the benefactor, and you will see his speech on maybe Thursday, maybe next week when we get everything together. We did record, I think the battery went dead in the middle of Packer Jack. It was the last talk in the middle of his talk. I think we have all the other ones. Now, Andrew was at the very end when the raffle was happening and all that. And interestingly, number one item that went was Forrest Fenn's Gold Flake. It was not TTI's. Thank you to John Collins Black's team. They didn't send one book personalized by John and signed. They sent 2. So thank you.
Hopefully this gets mentioned on Netflix. Billy Shaw Jr., it was his birthday. I hope you had a good birthday, Billy. Thank you for the $20 super chat. Yeah, I hope hopefully this super chat gets mentioned on Netflix. I just hope the soundboard's in Netflix personally. You all know it in the Thrill of the Chase. Well, for the people that
don't go on about, yes, we are a part of it, guys. We're not a big part of it. And I do have to thank Mike. At the time, I was worried about some of the negativity and some of the crazies that were really kind of fixated on us. So we did not do any special interview, etc. We did allow them any of the videos that they wanted to use. They've told us there's quite a few they wanted to use, or at a time. We don't know if it's been edited out, but they wanted. They said, "How could we have a Forrest Fenn doc without Cowlazars and K-Pro?" And we said, "You're right. Use our videos. Go ahead. Why don't you?"
I'm sure it'll be like when Forrest died and everybody was on a Zoom. They could show a clip from that. They could show a clip of when everybody was on the Zoom when the treasure was found, something like that. But they also wanted some other ones. So it will be.
Okay, stop. We're not supposed to say, Mike.
I didn't sign any. Oh, maybe I did. Yeah. Anyway. All right. Anyway, again, it could all be edited out. We might be in there for 5 seconds. It might be just the soundboard saying, I can make that much money in 5 seconds. And that's it. So that's why it will be we know the Thrill of the Chase. People think it's 9 Mile Hole. You're good. People don't think it's 9 Mile Hole. You're not going to change your mind, etc. But it will be fun to watch regardless.
Well, the funny part, just because I think we know the 4 people in it, 2 of them believe in 9 Mile Hole. 2 of them do not. So them watching the journey, both pre-find and post-find, will be very interesting.
If there is a treasure hunt in the end, it better not be, it's still out there. The real one wasn't found. You know what I mean? It better not be anything crazy like that. I mean, we don't think it will be, but you never know how they're going to spin it. So, all right. Please tell me they have the stick story in the doc. We really don't know. That's just it. We don't know what's in the doc. Some people think they know, but I don't know. That's not official. So we'll see when it comes out with everybody else. All right. What else? K-Pro.
The trailer still says, what does that mean, Hooli? The trailer still says.
Is the treasure still out there? Oh, I think there was a blurb I think there was a blurb back when they first talked about this, and the end of it said, is the treasure still out there? So
well,
again,
and I think that was under Theo Love, and under Theo Love, that was before the court documents and the court things. They have not put out the new and improved it. Yeah. So I think we just wait and see, but it is going to be exciting. I think we do a watch party. I think we have all the fun, the 4 people that are really spotlighted. And yes, there's a bunch of other of us, the Fenn family, Carl, like Toby will probably have a couple of his videos. We're the supporting cast, but the 4 big searchers, and of course, Forrest Fenn, we're going to have a great time. The good, the bad, there's going to be cringy. There's going to be cringy. It's going to be awesome. We're going to do, we're going to do a watch party.
Yeah, I think we will. Kiwi for sure. Maybe through a Zoom, and we're all watching it on our own, and we talk. We'll figure out how we're going to do that. Okay, I don't know what that means, Huli. Okay, you're a snake, K-Pro. So what K-Pro just said is Monday is going to be a panel. So if you want to come on the show and talk about a box, a JCB box, not the lion's share and not past and future. So that leaves 3 left. If you want to talk about one of those 3, well, you want me to come on and just give myself, no, that's not what we're saying. Why don't you come on and just say what you think of the chapter and of the puzzle in the chapter? What do you think of the Appalachian Trail map? Or what do you think of the Pokemon? What, K-Pro?
No, and I already told you this, and we're going to do it this way because as we prep, we're actually going to do what we prep before we say. Mike, you're going to pick one box right now between Appalachian Trail, Pokemon, and Forrest Fenn. Right now, I want you to pick which one of those 3 boxes right now.
That we are then going to do a panel on Monday.
Doesn't matter about the second piece. Do what I just said.
The box, because all I heard before we got the book is I was only allowed to work on the Forrest Fenn box. That changed, which is okay. But the Forrest Fenn box. Okay,
now we're going to – no, I like Dirt's idea.
You see how she changes things?
I'm going to change it because –
it's like it's up to you, Mike, unless it's not the answer I want to hear. But go ahead. I'll let you change it, Kate.
Never mind, Dirt. Mike said, screw you. So where's the little clip that says Mike says, no, that's not how it's going to be. Dirt just got thrown by the wayside.
What? I didn't see Dirt's comment. What do you say? Where is it?
He said no to him, so why does it matter?
Well, what does he want? I don't know what he wants. What box does he want to talk about?
I guess I speak Dirt. Dirt wants you to put the 3 boxes up on a poll and let's see which one.
Oh, I see. Would you want me to do that? Or it's up to you.
Of course.
Goonies never say die.
So don't let it go, Dirt. You just got to ask.
Cujo Law, you stop it. I'm going to the casino. I made some money this weekend. Mike lost.
Right? Hey, I chopped the tournament that we played in after the conference was over. Me and another dude. He's like, "Oh, you live here? Yeah, let's chop." And I was like, "All right, okay." What's the question, K-Pro? Because we have to word it the way you want to word it. Which box did we talk about on Monday?
Which box should we have the first panel for TTI on?
Pick a box and then I'll put the 3 box options. Okay, pick a box for the first panel on Cowlazars YouTube. Well, it's both of us, honey. It's not just you. Pick a box for the first. Pick a JCB box, huh? You see, somebody's going to come up with something else. Pick a JCB box for the first panel on Cowlazars YouTube, and they're only going to have these 3 options. So, okay, you talk to them while I do this. You're muted.
Okay, so here's what will happen. We then will say, and we need all of you to vote. We then will say, you need to email Mike at cowlazars@gmail.com and say, I'd like to be one of the panelists. Here's how panels go. And here's the other, I don't want to get sidetracked. A lot of you guys are new to this, so that's why I'm going over a lot, because some people want us to do some just basic 101 of how do people embed puzzles and treasure hunts and things, because you guys are new to this and really excited. That was really an eye-opener to me for the people that have been around these treasure hunts for at least a couple years or a couple hunts. So we're going to do that. But we have to go over chopping in a second. But hold on. You guys are distracting me. So what we do is we think about, there's I almost got a sentence out.
What? I didn't say anything. What?
Okay. So what we're going to do is right now you're going to vote. And don't do that, Mike. Then everybody feels sorry for you, and then they say nasty stuff about me. Okay, so whichever box, let's just say, because Pokemon's first on here, we decided to do a Pokemon panel. It doesn't mean you have to share your solve. It just means, like word search, I can tell you what QVU means. I can tell you what heaven means. I can tell you what the theme of it is. I can tell you how many pages it is. I can tell you which pages it is, even though that's different in the ebook. I could go on and on. Why is lawn chairs in there and tallying cars? What does that mean?
Here's the thing. If we have a panel, is you're going to have to listen to other people solve that you don't agree with, K-Pro, right? Right.
Sure.
All right. There's the panel, everybody.
You, that's all you care about.
Okay, let me finish I'll get through the whole sentence. So it is not about, so on past and future, I can talk about all those things. Some of you guys on Pokemon are talking about the nuances that I don't even understand because I haven't worked on that box. So what I'm saying is, I don't know whether I agree with your solve or not because I don't know the basics of those boxes yet. So it's nothing about what Mike just asked. Not sure why he asked it. What I'm saying is, we want to come get familiar with the box. If you want to share parts of your solve, cool, go for it. But that's not what it's about. Don't think you have to come on and share your solve, but you can talk about kind of the biggest controversies, kind of like past and future. Is it in Tahoe? Is it in Ohio? Why is Ohio in the word search? If not, what does that mean? Hidden message. You have nuances, just like, is Appalachian Trail up in Vermont that mirrors that? One trail has, gosh, everybody's calling right now. That's what we will ask for. Hopefully there's 3 or 4 or 5 of you that would be interested in one particular box. Okay, let me pick mine right now. Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's close. It's really close. So, guys, we only had 59 people vote. So make sure you get on there and vote. Should I pick this up? It's who just called you.
Yes, please. Okay, sorry, we have a kiddo situation because that's what always happens right in the middle of a live show. Okay, so with that being said, depending on which one wins, now if no one wants to come on, because we've kind of offered this in the past, but we didn't offer a specific box and a specific strategy. And since that's the case, if we don't have anyone that wants to come on, then I'll just keep talking about past and future until your eyeballs fall out of your head and your ears plug up from word search talk. But we don't want that, guys. Wow, it is literally within like 1 to 2 votes.
Close. All right, what I was saying is we only have 62 votes and we have 145 people watching. Yes, I think you have to be logged into YouTube in order to vote. That's how it works. But also while you're logged in, you should give a thumbs up because we only have 16 people, 16 thumbs up, and you should subscribe to the channel because guess how many subscribers we have, K-Pro? Well, we're waiting for people to vote.
1 million subscribers.
6,982, which means if 18 more people would hit the subscribe button, we would hit 7,000. And you can't get to 10,000 without 7,000. So there we go. Hopefully by the end of the year, we hit 10,000.
You can change your vote until the poll closes. You can change your vote.
I'm surprised it's that close. I did not think it would be that close. And Forrest Fenn's in the last.
By 1%. Don't be a playa hater. Okay.
I thought everybody wanted Forrest Fenn. All right, go ahead.
No, only the loud people that think they're experts. Okay, so this is, are we good with the kiddo call?
Yeah, it was the gate. He's almost here.
Okay.
Yeah, there he is. He just walked in.
Okay, so, and so what we'll do is we will talk about it, bring your book. It's almost like a book club, guys, and we'll all chit chat about that particular box. And then we'll come up with, the best solution, and then we'll all run to it and we'll have a group solve. Right, Mike?
Well, Steve Jobs just says, I don't know S about Forrest Fenn. Well, that's it. That's just it. A lot of people might not know S about Pokemon or the map. So that's why we're doing the panel. It's like an introduction to the chapter for those people who don't know. So whatever ends up winning here, and it looks like Pokemon's taking a little bit of a lead, we're going to talk about Pokemon cards and what's Charizard and what's Froakie and all that stuff. That's really what we want to do the panel for and see if you agree, K-Pro. It's not so much a solve or where you think it is. It's an introduction to what the chapter's talking about.
Well, I would even go a little bit further. Like I can give you the past and future, the intro or theme to it, but there's some particular sticking points that kind of take you to that next level. Like Froakie and like what are the typos and that picture and where does someone think there's something and zoom into that spot and that sort of thing. So those sorts of things are the ones that so it'll almost be, it won't be a 101. It'll more like be a 201. You're a sophomore in college, not a freshman in college when we get there. So we want someone that like, I can read the chapter. I've read all the chapters. but that doesn't mean, okay, we're going, Pokemon is in the lead right now.
And somebody said they'll sell their poll vote. So put your PayPal in the Discord, I guess. All right. Who knows what this is from? And if you know what that's from, I think that should have been one of the boxes, but JCB had other thoughts. Why not the lion's share? Ivana Desatov says. Why not? Okay, Pro.
So for me, we think about how much we've talked about 5 pages out of the book, which is the past and future box. I think a majority of people right now are working on a smaller box to get their feet wet for the lion's share. So if we pick one that's 3 pages long, we might be able to actually agree on one thing before we move to lion's share that has 72 million chapters. So all the pages and all of that. So we want some concise discussion as we dive into that's why I think, unless Mike, you disagree, what do you think?
Well, and I didn't really hear your answer. So, because I was going to play this, which is related.
I'm going to steal the Declaration of Independence.
We don't know where the lion's share is going to lead. And I think what you just said is there's so many chapters and so much info. What do we focus on? I mean, if we were going to do the lion's share, what we'd have to do is a chapter by chapter breakdown. Each show would have to be a chapter or 2. So before we get into all that, let's do the other chapters first. That's why. So we will do them eventually, but just not first.
And I don't know if you guys know, at the Unofficial Podcast, they're already doing that, and they have 3 of them, and they're actually doing it coherently and working hard on it. So why steal the thunder from them? Go subscribe to them. They're smarty pantses. And so we're going to do some deep diving. That's what we're going to do.
Debbie Teal got it. Close Encounters. I thought there should be a UFO box, but that's just me. I guess I'm partial to that. So anyway, okay. So when are we going to close down the coal? When are we going to close down the poll? Okay, Pro. We're up to 80 votes though. 80 votes, 141 watching. Some people just are watching on their phones and don't want to log into YouTube. If you don't have a YouTube account, just make one. It's free. It's easy. You use your Gmail account to log in, and you use your Google account, which is your Gmail, to log in, and your Google password, and then you can subscribe. Then you can thumbs up. Then you can super chat. Then you can tell K-Pro how you really feel in the chat, and then you can vote on the poll. All right, go K-Pro.
Okay, so that will be, and then again, this Thursday is going to be Mike talking about all these other hunts because we have even more coming. Did you know there's a $100,000 hunt for Michael O'Connell out there? 6 questions went out today from Jenny Kyle. Did you know?
That is breaking news. Go ahead, Kate.
Yeah, and then we have a bunch of other hunts and even more coming, and several. Estes just launched his 3rd. Is it already launched? Is it already going yet? Estes 3rd.
I don't know if it's launched. I'll probably find out by Thursday so we can announce it if it is.
Yeah, so a 3rd gold coin. And so some people also, they're getting a little burn on TTI. So they're like, is there a small hunt that I can kind of keep the brain going while I try to take a break? I've taken a break from the word search for a couple of weeks. And yes, there's a lot of alphabet soup and a lot of discussion. And some of you, I think, are getting too far in. Take a break. I've been there, and I've had to have people say, stop, take a break.
Here's a good question from Sandy Johnson. Are they all pay to play? Are any of these treasure hunts free? Do you not have to buy a book or a subscription? I don't think we have a free one, do we, K-Pro? Well, there is one that's free. Little thing that just started yesterday. And that's Denise Bagley is hiding carrots all over the U.S. that have money in them. You've got to go to the Facebook Cowlazars Grand Adventure. Debbie can explain it for you. I mean, Denise.
Yeah, and I would say there's no hunt over, like, Beacon Star is $7. Like, you can't even get into a movie for the amount that we're talking about. I don't think there's any book over $50. Like, Treasure Games is $5 a month. So I wouldn't say any are expensive. Except TTOKA, you have to pay $50,000 to get a prototype. So other than TTOKA, which is thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to try to get a hold of one of those books.
Those are all sold. I don't think
they're all sold, and the people that are selling them are just price gouging, or the originator is now having his illustrators sell them for lots and lots of money. So anyway, there's only one hunt that I think is super expensive to buy into. If $5 or $7 or $10 is too much, I think the originators deserve the $5 or $7 or $10.
Yeah, we say support creators, which is what we do. Support treasure hunt creators because when they're successful, there'll be other ones that start up. T.E. Sanders says, how much is Estes Quest? The last I checked, I believe it was only $10. Again, Estes Quest is free on YouTube. He puts those things on YouTube for everybody. If you pay the $10, you get to see the picture of the area that gets bigger. Now, unless he's changing it up for his new one, but I don't think so. I think $10, you get the extra picture. 3D Bronze with the super chat. Our old friend, 3D Bronze, just landed. Thanks, everyone, for a great time. And we got to say, for those of you who don't know, 3D Bronze created a Forrest Fenn replica chest and gave one to every single attendee at the conference, which was a nice surprise, which was a nice – I'm still tired. I'm still beat, which was a nice surprise. And like we told him when we got him up there, the Treasure Hunt Amusement Park will not be what it is without 3D Bronze. So 3dbronze.com, and we'll talk to you later, 3D Bronze. Dirt McGirt, hang on. $5 super chat. Just reminding you, I was not at WSOF, but will be next time, and there will be no chop, K-Pro. We chopped because the four of us were kind of even in chips. I mean, I think Debbie and Cujo Law had a little bit more than me and K-Pro, but that's why we decided to do chop it, meaning chop the money that was the casino gave out, but the chip leaders is who got first, second, third, and fourth. And just for the record, I got third place again. I know somebody at the beginning said you're going to get third because 2 years in a row a while ago. So I've been third place 3 times now in the World Series of Fenn poker tournament.
This was my first final table. And we played for about, I'd say 20 minutes, and we were just swapping chips. So anyway, yes. And 3D Bronze gave a box to every person that came to the con. So just wanted to say thank you for that. It was rather amazing. So
Ivana, go to the Cowlazars YouTube channel and look up TTOKA. We did a show on it, but you can't buy the book anymore. So
yeah, it's not available, and you would have to pay at least $500 to find one, let alone $49,000 for some other pieces to it. It's not worth it. Go to the $5, $10, $15 ones, the thousands and thousands of dollar buy-ins. Yeah. Wow. What is Kpro's email? My email is kpro3@aol.com.
I did it. All right, we're about to close this poll, everybody. kpro3@aol. I just did that wrong. kpro3@aol.com.
Yeah, and people made Cowlazars keychains. Those were there.
Yep.
People had TC. I mean, everyone walked home with something. Some people walked away from Forrest Fenn's gold. I mean, it was amazing. Silver, people brought silver. I got, and it was not fixed. There was one thing I wanted. It was a big thing of soaps and all these things, and it was all treasure hunt themed. I'm going to show it. It was awesome. Oh my God, Indy, what are you doing? I'm not even going to let that one through because I got banned from a place for saying exactly that. So no, we're not showing that. Oh crap!
What happened? What are we talking about? I must
Nothing.
What I missed, Candy? Because I'll show it.
Okay, so let's go back. So Thursday, Mike is going to go over different treasure hunts, and on Thursdays, what we're also going to do is start talking about some of the older hunts where there were certain puzzles embedded. Because some of you guys are going, I haven't been a part of the hunt before. How are you guys even seeing this stuff? Well, we've been a part of treasure hunts. We've done treasure hunts. We've been an originator on treasure hunt. Yeah, guys, stop talking about TTOKA. Barf. Okay.
Some of us like TTOKA. K-Pro's just in the minority. That's all. Don't bring it up, but don't talk about it. All right, let's close the poll.
Okay, guys, just so you know, because I think it's an important disclaimer, it is a horror themed. You don't get to know it until you get to know about the horror later. It is a Stephen King horror, and you get murdered when you go boots on the ground. Okay, go ahead, Mike. Or someone tries to kill you. Not
think of it, and this is a very good analogy, I think. Think of it as an escape room that's horror themed. Like out here in Vegas, we have the It, Pennywise the Clown. We have the It escape room. We have Saw the escape room. And I've done It, and I like those. I like those just like I like the regular escape rooms. But she is right. It doesn't tell you that in the beginning. Jeremy Lombardo, thank you. And yeah, Xavier Marks had a new clue. We'll get into that on Thursday, I think. It's been, and that clue's on Instagram for everybody. They didn't just give it. They didn't just give it.
Oh, no, they did just give it to us. But then they said within a few minutes they were going to put it up on Instagram. And then I think Cujo also won that. So when Cujo won that, he's like, here. Or no, wait. Was it Dwayne? I don't remember who won it. But whoever won it was like, let's look at it right now. So then there's Sean as fast as he can trying to get it up on Instagram. So yeah, Stuff breaks at the con, baby. Stuff breaks at the con.
Did I take the TTOK video down? I think I did. I think Bart asked me to take it down. That's
Oh,
crazy.
didn't Bart ask you to?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm going to put it back up anyway.
No,
right.
You're not. No. Okay. If you put it back up, I made you a promise so that everybody knows in TTOKA's Discord, you asked me not to post there anymore. If you post TTOKA back up on my Cowlazars channel, my hours, I am going to be posting additional things in TTOKA.
Fair enough, honey. Fair enough. Okay. We on the same page? Okay. Here's a picture. Somebody said Bart was in the background of the picture we took. There he is. There's Bart right there. Some of you know the reference. Okay. Anyway, why are we talking about
and just so you guys know, yes, Turd was at the con and he actually made his name tag named Turd. Everyone's invited.
I didn't see that, did he?
Oh, he asked me, he goes, do you want, and he named his different names. And I said, yeah, you're going to put Turd. And he did. And he put all of his other names. And so, see, everybody's invited, but no one brings drama. There was some drama. I just wasn't a part of it. And
you don't put the nicknames people call you on your name tag. That's interesting. Just kidding, honey. Just kidding. All right. So I thought that was pretty cool that he showed up, and I didn't know he dressed as the dude from the Big Lebowski. I thought that was pretty cool. So anyway, I'm tired. There's so many things. Oh, we're almost at an hour. So I guess we did do a full hour. I've got to be to work at 7 a.m. tomorrow. I got a bunch of meetings and I got a lot of stuff to do around here, but we will do a show on Thursday. So subscribe. Yeah. Candy says, what drama? Why are you bringing it up, honey? Go ahead. I don't even know.
She wasn't involved in it. So then nobody needs to know. If you need anyone to know anything, tell Candy. She'll tell everybody. I'm not telling anybody.
Nice. Candy. All right.
Okay. No.
Candy actually won the poker tournament up in the room. I don't know. It was crazy this year. Go ahead.
Something must have went terribly wrong, but it is true. I didn't believe it. There's pictures up on our Discord. Okay. So Thursday, Mike's going to go over the amusement park. And what did we say? Pokemon won?
I haven't closed it yet. Are you ready for me to close
Mike? Yes.
Here we go, everybody. Look in the chat right now.
Okay.
Pick a tasty box for the first panel on Cowlazars. I should have said for Monday. Pokemon wins with 39%, Forest Fen 30%, Appalachian Trail 29%, 97 votes, 39% want Pokemon. So that's what we'll do. Monday's show is going to be a panel on the Pokemon box in JCB's book, but it's only going to work if you reach out to K-Pro and say you want to be on the show, right?
K-Pro?
Is it me?
Yes, it's you.
Oh, well, all
right. And can you
reach
phone
out to me?
I would like you to phone Coy. And Coy has to be on it because Coy's a good guy. He's very articulate. I need him.
He's in the chat. Coy, can you be on Monday's show? It's 6 p.m. Pacific time. Can you Texas time? Can you do that? Yeah.
Okay,
what's the maximum number of people, honey, to be on the show?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. Well, all right. We'll figure it out. Yeah. Coy said thanks. So we'll see if I know you're not going to give up your spot, Coy. But see, that's the thing is. Do you say
I'm not asking in any way for anyone to put anything out about their spot in any way, shape, or form? No.
But then if you talk about the things that are wrong in the chapter, you're giving up clues, those. But just talk about it. You don't have to share anything you don't want to. Let's just have a conversation.
Well, then we don't go on and we just go silent. And
we talk about Bart K's CTOKA all day. That's all. All right.
You need to be very careful, my friend, because I will start sharing. You just asked me not to bring up TTOKA. And I just said, of course, honey, because I love, honor, and obey you. Just don't bring it up. And then I'll stay away from it. And now you're poking at the lion. The lion's been poked. The lion's pissed. I have no problem. I'll be on TTOKA tonight with my updates from Bart that I haven't even shared with you.
No, we're not talking about the lion cheer, honey. We're talking about.
Stop it.
We're talking about the other box. Okay, I don't even know how we got on that subject.
Okay, wait. I want to say something to Huli. This is funny. She asked if there was a mimosa drinking contest. Here is something funny. I got 60 beers, 2 bottles of alcohol for the room. And we had at least 40 or 50 people up there. Now, given some people brought their drinks, a lot of people brought a drink or two. We only had over 3 nights. Well, really 2 nights. But at least 40 people in the room. 30 beers drank and 1 bottle of alcohol drank.
I had nothing to drink up in the room. Had a couple pops there in the poker tournament. But
Mike got so drunk he couldn't drive Darth Vader 1 block.
Oh, that was at the conference. It was an open bar at the conference. And by the end, you took an Uber over with some people, or did you walk? You Ubered, right? Or did somebody drive?
Uber.
Yeah. So I was on the craps table with some other people. Andrew had a good roll, got all my money back. But after that, I was like, I got to eat because I had to bring the truck over. And I was like, I got to eat. So at Ellis, it was so packed, they had me sit at the bar in the karaoke part. And luckily the karaoke had not started yet. So I ate and then I drove the truck over. So yes, that was it. But I didn't drink in the room. Anyway.
Like a regular mom. I'm a cool mom.
So yeah, my point was, in most previous years, people were stumbling out of the room, etc. We just had, any new news for Past and Future Box. So no, and yes and no. So Past and Future word search people have been word salading that word search. I'm kind of in a different focus right now. I have a spot for Past and Future. That's why I'm not, everyone's like, you're not talking Past and Future anymore. Right. We went up to a point, kind of shared, and most people don't even believe what we shared, which is fine. Some people don't even believe there are 5 clues in this word search. That's fine. They say that's all a coincidence. You're insane, but that's fine. So now there is some pieces. They're like, have you solved anything lately? Yes, but I can't share it now because it would give away the precise location. And they just got 100 inches in Tahoe. And so I can't get there anytime soon.
That's what she said.
Honey. Okay. So again, Marvelous Podcast says Lake Tahoe is a brilliant solve. Well, time will tell. We will see. And there's no reason to debate over it. Okay. So Thursday, Mike's going over the Treasure Hunt Amusement Park. He is going to go over maybe some generic. Thursdays will be more for learning the rest of the amusement park and learning how to solve basic puzzles and things. And then next Monday, Pokemon, Cowlazars@gmail.com. Email him. We're going to take the first. I don't like to go over 6. So we're going to take the first 4. I don't even think there'll be 4. There's not 4 people well-versed enough about the Pokemon box. Sorry. Bring it if you want to prove me wrong.
So let's be clear. Thursday's show, I want to talk about other treasure hunts. I'm not going to go into treasure hunting 101 basics or anything. There's enough treasure hunts out there that people don't know about. Some of them are at the conference and some of them aren't. So yeah, let's just talk about the other rides in the amusement park. Because there could be one by where you live in your state that you don't know about. And it's like, oh, okay, let me get into this. Packer Jack earlier in this program.
Wait, I want to say, Hooli said no belly shirts. Well, there was a gigolo shirt, and we got to see a lot of Mike's chest hair. No secret spilling. No, that was pretty big. There was some secret spilling. No falling down the halls. I don't remember anybody falling, so Copper Dan wins that year. No of that. No falling into bushes. I don't think there was any falling. It wasn't an Angel Crew, though. It wasn't, but it was definitely
falling in love with Treasure Con. with Seeking Treasure Con. Go ahead.
Okay, what were you going to say about Pokemon or Pokemon? Ranger Jack.
I don't know if anybody caught it, but Packer Jack posted something a little while ago in the chat. He let out the big secret, but I guess it's not a secret anymore because we did announce it at the conference. And for those of you who aren't there, I guess you'll see this in the video for the conference, but I'll go ahead and say it now. There's this little treasure hunt called The Secret from 1982, Mr. Byron Price, right? Everybody knows about The Secret.
Are you going to say this right now?
Yeah, I'm just going to say that it's coming soon. That's all. Well, what? We did it at the conference. It's already out there.
Okay.
And me and my good friend Greg Donenfeld, we created a company called Uncharted Collectibles. Listen up, everybody. You're getting an exclusive here. Uncharted Collectibles has got the official, how do I put it? Uncharted Collectibles is going to do limited edition merchandise related to treasure hunts. And the first thing that we have for all of you is a commemorative collectible coin for The Secret. Now, you guys remember when I did the Forrest Fenn coin. This is even before I met K-Pro. This is part of the reason I met K-Pro. is I did the coin for the Forrest Fenn Thrill of the Chase. We did 1,000 of those coins. They're out there in the world. Somebody's selling one for $800 on eBay. I know they were worth a lot, at least back in the day. When Netflix comes out, you never know. They might surge in popularity again. We now are doing a coin for the Secret. The very first coin we're doing is for New York. 2 coins, one for the Image, one for the Verse. And here's the cool part. It is officially licensed through the estate of Byron Price. So everybody says, how'd you do that? Well, because we're awesome. That's how. So coming soon, those coins will be available to sell. Yes, they are numbered, just like the Forrest Fenn coin was. If anybody's interested, you can email me now, and I'll just put together a list to give you updates. But once the website is ready to go and we're ready to take orders, I'll do a show on it. Because there's always the sequence number and who wants what number. So email me if you're interested in the secret coin. We have plans to do all 12 images and all 12 verses, and we hope you guys are happy with it and you'll show support by buying one. That's it. But Packer Jack mentioned it. I bet everybody else was like, secret coins? What are you talking about? So not a secret coin, the secret coin for Byron Price's The Secret. Did I cover it all, K-Pro?
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of hardcore people. Did you guys know there's a cruise this year just with the secret people that do the secret treasure hunt? They're going on a cruise together. There is a cult following, just like there's, and I don't mean that in a bad way. There is a dedicated group of searchers that are following the secret. So this is, I mean, I think it's awesome. I didn't work on the secret. I've been boots on the ground for the secret. I haven't worked on it in too much length, but I know people are going to be excited about those coins. You're going to see them. I think you guys are going to be impressed. And there's some other treasure hunts that might be interested. And so we're starting that process now. So,
well, the other thing is our company that we formed, it can do all treasure hunts. So all you treasure hunt creators, reach out if you're interested. And it doesn't have to be a coin. It can be t-shirts. It can be all kinds of things. So if you're interested, reach out. Okay. What else, K-Pro? That is an hour. Monday's show is going to be on the Pokemon box. Email me, cowlazars@gmail.com if you want to come on and just give your thoughts.
If you went to the con, you need to, and you have any pictures or videos, we need them in the next day or two if you want to get them in. Every year we do a roundup of all the videos and all the pictures fit for YouTube, and we will get them in a slide deck and we will share with everyone. We may go over the secrets. There was some secrets spilled. There's no doubt, especially on that last night. So that last night, it got a little ornery.
Did it get a little ornery, honey?
If you found a box, would you keep it secret? Nope. I don't think it's going to be possible to, because I think you have to know. No, everybody would tell everybody. So then someone's eventually going to die in this hunt. You don't want that to be on your conscience because you didn't say. So you should let someone know. But would you want to be anonymous? Hell yes. Did you see what happened to Jack? Do you see, just put in either TTI or Forrest Fenn? Absolute crazy nut jobs in this community. I absolutely would want to be anonymous. I don't know if I physically have the ability.
How do you really feel about some people, honey? Just don't hold back. An absolute nut job.
Yeah. Ask Deepra what he thought about the first treasure hunter that he met in front of our home at 8 years old.
All right.
Yeah. You can't poke at me without me poking back, Mike. Can't go there.
That escalated quickly.
All right, everybody. I think that's it. Thank you, everybody. Seeking Treasure Con 2025 is in the books. It was an awesome time. We will plan out next year for sure. It's going to be bigger. It's going to be better. And we'll go.
And I will bring this up on the next one. But if you have interest to be on the planning committee, I'm hoping to get at least maybe 1 or 2 extra people that can have some hands in getting the logistics done, maybe organizing the escape room or we're thinking about moving and maybe having a bowling night because some of you guys bowl and think that would be fun, or just the con. I mean, just the program, even though Coy did the majority of it. And thank you, Coy, but just getting it together and getting the logistics. We are going to probably have breakouts next year. And we're not going to serve alcohol at the conference. It's going to be an official conference next year. This one is where we're going to transition, but there's a ton of ideas, but I can't do them all single-handedly or even with Mike and help from Coy and help from different people. I need some help, and I'm going to be the first to say. And there were so many of you that offered to help with the con and said, but I need somebody. I need somebody or two. It'd be awesome to have a few people. So yeah, nails and bowling are difficult. Well, then get rid of the nails.
What do you think, honey? Should we do our own treasure cruise 2026? We actually probably could put it together and make it happen, but it's a lot
Mike,
into that.
What 2 things are happening January of next year?
Our anniversary and your birthday.
Our 5th anniversary, and I turn 50.
Right, but do you want a bunch of searchers on the cruise, or should we just go on the cruise? That's a question you have to answer for yourself.
Okay, this is going to sound terrible. We didn't have a honeymoon. I just don't want kids. Like, we have kids around all the time, but I would just like to have an irresponsible, not have to worry. I mean, kids are getting old enough that they're basically self-sufficient, but I would just want I think searchers would be a blast. Searchers were at our wedding. We could do a searcher. We could do a searcher.
Everybody heard it here first. Dirt had the idea. K-Pro just approved it. So maybe at the end of January, we could do some kind of a cruise. And
wait, isn't that when?
What?
Are you saying cancel the con, or the con's on the cruise?
No, we're going to do the con in the summertime. Remember? I don't know. Can we do both, or is the cruise the con? Do we take the conference to the cruise?
I'm not making these decisions within 24 hours of this con.
I know. It's a lot of things to talk about. But we have a whole year. Let's get through Netflix. Netflix is going to be huge. Let's get through Netflix. And then, but we do, I know one thing people said is they need to know about the conference a lot earlier. And we agree with that. So we're going to have to plan it out a good few months early.
Yeah, so, William Ortiz would be on the planning committee. He goes on cruises like every month. He's been on like 500 cruises. Wouldn't he be fun to help plan?
Alaska, we'd have to go where it's warm. It's wintertime. So we have to go down south to the Caribbean or something, right? What about where like Blackbeard actually hid his treasure? Can we make it? I don't know. I don't know. Well, it's a lot of, if anybody actually has real serious ideas for a treasure hunting cruise, reach out to me. You know, if anybody knows, has an inside person.
Why don't you go to George Ward and ask him? He's doing it right now.
I can see what he's doing. That's true. Candy says she's down for a cruise. All right. Well, we'll see. I mean, there's a lot to do on a cruise, right? There's shows and there's games and there's
oh my gosh, there's a million things.
And alcohol and food and alcohol and everything. And yeah, it would be interesting. All right. Yeah, that's Denise. A lot of people didn't understand because you did it the last minute. So explain it on Facebook what you're trying to do. And we'll see if it takes off or not. All right. They had a cruise for the traders. You watch the Trader show, don't you? They had a cruise in that program? Oh, okay.
I don't think so. But maybe like all the past contestants or something. I don't know.
There you go, Paula, the secret cruise organizer. Have her contact us. You never know if there's a discount or something. I mean, would we get 80 people to do a cruise? Wouldn't that be crazy?
Oh, so it wasn't what I think Paula is saying is it wasn't George Ward is like the face of it. Kind of like you, Mike, you would just show up. That's George Ward. But it sounds like Paula is saying that there's someone that does all the coordinating and she will put us into contact with her. Kind of like the me at the con versus you at the con. You just show up and look pretty like you at the wedding. You just showed up. And you said, I do.
And I still say I do, honey. Okay, everybody, that's it. We went over a lot tonight, didn't we? The biggest thing is Netflix. The biggest thing is Thursday, other treasure hunts that you need to hear about. The biggest thing is Monday, the Pokemon box. We already got one person that's confirmed they want to come on, but I'm not going to tell you who it is till later, K-Pro. Yeah, so again, email me if you're interested in the secret coin for when we launch it in the next couple of weeks. Email me if you have pictures or videos of the whole conference weekend. Email me if what else, K-Pro? Email me if you're actually interested in a cruise. Might as well start taking the list now.
No, like cruises are okay, whatever.
What?
So are we not doing the con?
We talk all that out. It's all it is now is email me if you're interested in a cruise.
Yeah, now everybody's going to say, oh, the con's canceled. That's the new rumor. That's how it's going to be. Mike said it. That's how it's going to be. Here comes a sound clip, everyone.
All right, then. Keep your secrets.
All right. I couldn't find the other one. Okay. All right, everybody. That's it. I'm going to bed. We'll see you on Thursday, okay? The con is the cruise. Candy says. But
No,
not
and
everybody
that's
can
my
afford
point.
to.
Is we just launched a con, so let's completely change it and make it a cruise, so we can't build our brand and our way of doing things, because that's what you want to do is confuse the shit out of people and price it out, because we want more people that can't afford to go to the con.
Let's finalize it tonight. That's funny. Lord, do you guys realize this is a live show? Do you realize we do these things live with all of you watching? Did you realize it? Because if you didn't realize it, you should know now that that's the case. I didn't know we were doing a poll about money.
Okay, kids are home. I'm leaving.
All right. See you, everybody. Secret coin.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. We'll see you next time. I don't know if we're doing a cruise. We'll see.